What's going on, peoples, and welcome back to another Total Ozspurs. I'm doing this video by myself. Jason's still over in England, taking care of family business, and the other boys are busy because obviously it's a weekend, so they've probably got plans. So I'm just going to do a quick video for you guys for the match, for the Leicester City match review. So basically, yeah, look. We versed Leicester City again. Obviously, we beat them last time 6-2, if I'm correct. Maybe not correct. But 6-2 was our last time we versed them. But I was going to double check that, guys. Pretty sure it was 6-2. So 6-2, yeah. 6-2, we versed them last time at home. So this time around, we played Leicester away at King's Power Stadium. So we're playing away. Look, everyone will know the news. They broke out yesterday about Hugo Lloris. He's out for 6 to 8 weeks, it's not disappointing, but it isn't the same stage because he is starting to get back to his form again. And in last week's game against City, he did really well. But now he's out for 6 to 8 weeks due to a knee injury. So now the question is, Forster has to step up, which I'm not disappointed because we know Forster is a real tall goalkeeper. He can jump for the ball. Stoppages and all that is really going to probably let us down. But obviously, I think Conte sees a lot of him, which I'm which I'm not doubting. Like, I think Foster is a great goalkeeper, his age. But I think we still need that replacement, for Foster and Hugo. I think we still need two new keepers, young, fresh. But we'll get into that a little bit more. But so we versed Leicester City away. I'm confident we could go away with the win. Leicester haven't been on too much of a good run so far. Where are they on the table? I think they're in relegation, or they're just out of relegation. No, so they're 14th of the ladder. So look, they haven't been that great, Leicester, and the looks of Tielemans and Madison, they're probably going to be out on their way out of the summer, and I'm really hope we do get Madison. He's a player that we all scream for as Tottenham fans. We're all screaming for it, and we need him. And also with the lineup and all that, the question is, does Porro start in this game? I say yes. We need to see what he can bring. I know, look, everyone's going to say, but does he start over Emerson Royal after his last performances? I am Emerson's done well, but I think we were screaming for Porro, and now Emerson stepped up. We're all going, oh, wait. We're backtracking. Oh, Emerson's doing well. Maybe we didn't need Porro. We still needed Porro. Like, now Doherty's gone out. We terminated his contract. We still need Porro. I think Porro should start this game just so we can see what he can provide, what he brings to the game. Stellini said he's a great dribbler. He's a great skilled young player. I think he should start this game. Give Emerson probably a rest. Even though he probably doesn't need it, but I think he does need it. Like, Emerson's done well. The Man City game, he was on right. Like, he was, on that right wing back, he was getting up the pitch. The crosses, obviously, we know what his crosses are like. Like, they're not on target, which I think Pedro Porro can do a lot better cross. In that attacking mind, Pedro is a lot better. Pedro does a lot more work. And also we're gonna be losing a defender, which is Romero. He's on the red. He had a really good City, which we could all say he can. And I said in the last video, it's his aggressiveness that gets him into trouble, and which means that he gets himself into yellow cards and gets red cards, which I think if you take a little bit of that out of his game, he'll be a lot better defender, which I'm hoping he does, because he needs to just drop the aggressiveness a little bit. No, I'm not saying completely drop it. I'm saying he just needs to tone it down a little bit, so then, he can make those tackles, and then he can become the defender we need, because he's great. He's great at coming out of the line and pushing their defense or their attack back, which is great for us. But on the counter, he can get himself into a lot of trouble, which that can lead them to goals. But other than that, look, I think I'm really confident going into this game against Leicester City. They haven't been on a good run from what I can tell. I'll just check if what's their previous games they've had so far. So Leicester, they're 14th. So they're 14th of the ladder. The last 4 they've had. So they've lost. They won against Aston Villa. Obviously, they won against Worcester, which was their last game, which was the FA Cup. They drew against Brighton, lost against Nottingham Forest, lost against Newcastle, and then lost against Fulham. So they haven't been on a good run so far, which is going to make us a lot more confident going into this. The signs of Madison, Tielemans, they all want out because Leicester are not up there no more. And I think we can really take it to them if we go at them, which I think we can give it to them, because last time we beat them, the last game we played at Kings Park, that was an absolute down to the wire game. It came to one goal from Steven Bergwijn to make us win the game. And the fans and all that were going ballistic. We're going ballistic when Bergwijn scored our final goal into the last dying seconds of injury time. And we scored and we won the game. And look, I think we can take it to them again. I think Leicester just ain't there no more. They kind of dropped off from what they used to be. So I'm really hope we can really shine. For the lineup, I'm predicting it will be, obviously it's Forster starting goal. Right wing back, I'm going to predict it'll be Porro. I could be wrong. It could be Emerson. I think Emerson will probably start, but I'm really hoping Porro gets a chance, to really showcase what he can do. In the right centre-back position, I'm thinking Sanchez. Sanchez is going to start that one because, Romero's out. In the middle, we know it's going to be Dyer, and then on the left, it's going to be either Langley or Davies, which I think it's Davies. I think Davies did well against Man City. I think he deserves to start against Leicester City. On the left, I'm thinking, as much as I love Ryan, I just don't think he is the player that we thought he would be. I just don't see him as our left wing back. And with Destiny Adoji coming back offline to Udinese, it's going to be really hard for Ryan to try to get into this team. He's got to try to provide a bit more. He's got to do a lot more. So, but I think Perisic will start over Ryan Sessegnon. So I'm going with Ivan Perisic as our left wing back. In the middle pivot, it speaks for itself. Højbjerg and Bentancur, they speak for themselves. Basuma's out with surgery, so he won't be in. He'll be out for, I think he's out for 3 or 4 weeks. I'm not too sure. I read it. I think he's out for 3 or 4 weeks, so he won't be starting. And then up front, you have Kulusevski, Kane, and Son. And to be honest, I would start. It's really hard because I like Son, but I want to see what Dan Jimmer can bring as well, because I know we seen him in the FA Cup. He was playing in the middle, and he did really well in the middle against Preston. But I want to see Dan Juma in this game. Maybe give Son a rest. Give Son that rest. He hasn't had a rest. He hasn't had a rest like Kane has. Kane didn't play against Preston, so I think maybe rest Son for this one and play Dan Juma or Richarlison. I think we can all speak about Richarlison. Everyone's saying, "Oh, he's going to be a flop for Tottenham." Look, give the guy more time. He's at Everton. He was the main man there. He was the central man. He was the go-to man, Richarlison. And now he's come to a bigger club, which is Tottenham. He's not so much center of attention anymore. So as much as I don't think it's going to be flop. I think Richarlison is going to be really, really something for us. He's going to provide a lot for us in the coming years. So I'm thinking, look, as much as we can say, oh, Dan Jim Son, that's correct. He won't start against Son because Son is slowly starting to bring back his form, which I'm really happy about. Against Man City, he was running against players, he was going at them. And that's what we want. And that's what we miss. That Son running up the line, running at him, dribbling, because that's where he's at his best. When Son's running at players, that's when he's at his best because he can dribble, he'll be able to dart around players, and pick up a shot if he had to. He's got a wicked left and right foot, so you just never know. And, against Leicester last time, he scored 3 goals. He scored a hat-trick. He came off the bench, he scored a hat-trick. Maybe that's the thing we need to do. Maybe we need to rest Son for this one and then bring him on, and then he'll score another 3 goals. Maybe that's a tactic we might have to use. If Dan Juma or Richarlison ain't playing well, bring on Son. Maybe he'll score another 3 more goals for us, score another hat-trick against Leicester. But, look, I think, Son's going to start against Leicester, so I have no doubt. And then, obviously, if the bench is going to basically speak for itself. It's just no Hugo. Hugo's going to be out. He's going to be on the sideline. And also I want to give a special mention to Antonio Conte, going through the surgery he had and then coming back to Tottenham and all the players and everyone around the world. Every Tottenham fan was so happy to see him back, I don't think he'll be in the dugout in the game. I think he might be just, maybe at the back, just watching, advising, Stellini's got to probably take over, this game until Conte's fully fit to take over again. But it's good to see Conte back. I think that gives the players a bit more drive, give them a bit more fight that Conte's there now. So then now I think Conte will probably, what he saw at home, he can now bring, okay, look, I saw what we guys did. I was watching it, and I know what to fix. So hopefully that's a win-win for us. Conte can see, instead of seeing on the sidelines, he saw from a top bird's eye view, so he goes, oh, okay, well, that's how they're doing it. So, look, as Tottenham fans, we were glad to see Antonio Conte back. He's hopefully, he brings that excitement like he used to do last season, what he did last season, up and down the pitch, every time we score a goal, the passion. We just want to see that passion back in Conte because we really need to, a boost if we really want to make top 4 because we're not far behind Newcastle. I think we're only 1 point behind Newcastle because they drew last week. We're only 1 point behind them. Let's see. We're 1 point behind Newcastle. So, look, if we win this game and Newcastle lose, we can go in the top 4 again. And then we're just behind. We're just going to be behind Man United. So, look, it's a close one. But if we keep playing the way we are now, if we play the way we can play against Man City, look, I think we're really in for the second half of the season. We're really going to be pushing hard to get that top 4 because we know how much we need that top 4 if we want to keep the likes of Kane, Antonio Conte, Son, and all the other players that really want to work with Conte. So, look, we really need to push hard for this second half of the season, to keep those players. And obviously Kane going to be in talks with a new contract. So hopefully, getting top 4, winning a trophy or something like that just keeps him here, because I want him to be a one-man club, and we all know if things go well, he's going to be a one-man club. So, look, I think my score prediction for this game will probably be probably 2-0. 2-0. Or maybe 2-0. And the scorers, I think, will probably be Kane and hopefully Son. Hopefully Son gets on the scoreboard, yeah, so we're going to end it right there, guys. Hope you liked the video. Make sure you like and subscribe to our channel. Click the thumbs up if you like the video. Click that bell for notifications to wherever we pop up on your notifications. We'll put out a video and all that. We're going to be doing a watch along for this Leicester game. We'll be kicking it off around 1:30 Sunday morning, Australian time. So we'll be kicking it off, talking about the game, and then obviously giving our score predictions again. So look, hopefully you guys can jump onto that. So yeah, again, make sure you like and subscribe to our channel. And yeah, and as always, as we say here, Total All Spurs, stay Spursy.